This is kind of exciting. This is our first formula there. So this is speed, and really it's a v because it's velocity, right? But for the time being, we don't care about which direction it's going, right? And it's the average speed because, for example, those cars in front of the school, they could have sped up or slowed down while they were inside that those tape marks, right? So that's why it says average there. But the average speed, the meaning of this is that it's actually the rate of motion. It's how many meters of displacement you do in 1 second is what it is, right? Okay. And if you're solving for v, obviously you just go x divided by t, the distance divided by time, right? But if you're solving for t, we have to do a little bit of math, or we have to do a little bit of math to solve for x. And that's why we have the triangle of mystery here. Okay, this is the triangle of mystery. So, for example, if you're solving for v, cover up the v. Just imagine that covered up. It's x over t, right? If you cover this up. Or imagine that you are solving for x. X would be v next to t, so v times t. X is v times t. T is going to be x divided by v. Now, by the way, you might remember how to do these problems just from basic math class, right? And then the last caveat is that the units have to match. So if our velocity is, say, in feet per second, and somebody says, how long does it take to go 60 meters? Well, I don't know, right? Or how about pitch is 90 miles per hour. How long does it take to go 60 feet? Well, I don't know, right? Because it's miles an hour here, and it's feet there, right? So we have to make the units match, and that's unit conversions. We'll do that in a separate video. Okay, so let's do a couple examples here, and then I think you'll be ready to go. Okay, so a car is going 25 meters per second. That's going to be our v, right? So our v is 25 meters per second, and I know that just by the units. I also know it by it's going that fast, right? How far? So it's asking us what is x in the 1.3 seconds it takes for you to change songs, assuming you're, looking away from the road and changing songs. So we're looking for x, right? Well, x is going to be v times t, right? So x is v times t, so that's going to be 25 meters every second times 1.3 seconds. Notice that the units go away and we end up with meters, right? And then we must use a calculator. It is higher math. 25 times 1.3 is indeed 32.5 meters, that's a long way, right? That's like 100 feet. I'm gonna make it into feet times 3.281. It's 106 feet. All right, did we get the right answer? I think we did. Yeah, we did. Look at that. Okay, let's do another example here. All right, here it is. A winch moves a cable 12.5 centimeters per second. What time will it take to reel in 15 meters of cable? Notice that this is centimeters per second, and this is meters. So our units don't match, right? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to figure out that the velocity is, 12.5 centimeters every second is the same as 0.125 meters per second. Because remember, a centimeter is pretty small, right? That's like 4 inches or so. So that's like 12.5 centimeters is 1/8 of a meter, right? Take 8 seconds for it to reel in a whole meter, right? But it's a winch. It's slow. Makes sense. Okay, so that's meters per second. And that's because, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. And we'll do that in unit conversions, so don't worry about that. Okay, so that's our thing. And then let's see, our x is 15 meters, right? And now we're solving for t, so t is going to be x over v. See, the x is on top of the v. So t is x over v, 15 meters divided by 0.125 meters per second. I bet it's 8 times 15. Let's try it. So 15 divided by 0.125 is 120 seconds. You could say 2 minutes if you want to be all fancy, right? And then that's the same, by the way, as 8 times 15, right? Okay. All right. Yeah, you should be good to go. Yeah.